Chit Chat Time. Guess what I got today? My lavender bangle. Ooh, you think it's a little much? Can you tell I like Jade? I think I've reached my limit on this arm. I do have a couple more pieces come. It's going to go replace this one and maybe these. I may not wear these. But it's Haitian Jade. It's like this. It's like this white that they used to wear. It used to call Hotan during that time. But this is what they would wear, that really white, kind of oily, mutton fat looking. That was what they had. They didn't have any of the jadeite until the latter part of the Qing dynasty, I think it was. So that only came in very, very late into the thing, just before it was, kind of towards the last emperor, maybe. I don't think it was in too much longer than that. But this one I'm going to take off. I don't care for this olive, although this is one of the Haitian jades. This is also one. It's kind of like almost got a pinkish cast to it. More translucent than this one. Okay. So the one I ordered is like this. It'll be like this color. But it's like this. It's a carved piece, but it's very delicate carving in it, and it's going to be one that's a little wider. So I may have to take all three of these off and just do this a primary light colored, which I think would be kind of nice to wear. Now, I do have, this one is very, very light lavender. If you don't see my ring, you don't pick it up as much. And in the sunlight, it kind of fades out. So if you're in the shadows more, it looks more lavender. But I've always wanted a lavender bangle. This one has on the other side a little dark area. Kind of greenish, kind of grayish, so I wear it more turned the other way. This is one of those oval bangles. They're, I don't care for the oval. They're more difficult to get on than is the round. I've found that these are more difficult to put on. But the good thing about the oval, once you have it on, and if you have it tight, it doesn't twist on your wrist, so it will stay on the side where you want it to show. So that's the benefit of these. But be aware, they are more difficult to get on. Now, I've seen some that are crazy, like this is a 49.54, 54 this way across the white, and then 49. So what you have to watch in this is the space, the smaller number, because that's your opening to put your hand through. Now I've seen some that are supposed to be 49.60, so it would be coming way out to here. Like what a 7-inch wrist would be, which is crazy. So I get the smaller, the 54, 49.54. I think this was 48 something. And every time I go to look at those, they always say the same thing. This is really small. Are you sure? Are you sure it's going to fit? I go, yeah, no problem. I got the snake hand. It goes right in. So I always send them a picture with the bangle on, and they go, oh my God, well, I guess they just fit. So yeah, most of my ones I have on here are like 48s, would be 48s, 49s, which is really small. Average wrist size in the U.S. is at least 7.5. So mine is like 5 something. It's like 2 inches smaller. So for me to find bangles, it's really difficult. Like this is a 50. On me, it's just, a lot of people would wear that if their hand is not flexible. For my size, this would be good. But my hand is really flexible. So for me, these feel like almost too large. So that's it. I wear a 48 to a 50. Maximum is a 50. But anyway, yeah, I got another one, little one today also. It's more like this. This is a water jade. This is more like an ice. It's not as clear as this. As you can see, this is very clear. This is a water jade. Now, this I know is a good water jade. I bought it from a Chinese person that they've had a store for a very long time up in Washington. And I asked if they had any water jade. It was a little reluctant to give it to me. He did have this piece hid away. And so I talked him into buying it. So I have this piece. I also have another one that I talked into getting it, and it's put away. I'll show it to you. It's a piece about this large. It's really for a small child, but it is a water one, a water jade, and it does have the green in it. Now you have to be careful when you're buying these, because sometimes they will make an agate that's got the green, and they will say pass it off as a jade. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you're buying that you don't wind up with agate, which is what this ring is. Now this ring they sent me free when I had bought these three. I bought these, and they sent this little ring free. And this is an agate, okay? Now, sometimes you'll see them put on their jade agate jade. Well, agate and jade are two totally different stones, okay? So there's no such thing as agate jade. And they'll use other names of these things, like another thing I used to see them pass off is chrysoprase, and it's a stone from Australia. And if you don't know, and I've seen somebody do this, buy it as a jade. And it is green. It's a nice color, but chrysoprase is in no means like a jade. Okay, chrysoprase is a very cheap stone. Jade is not cheap, and the value of jade goes up. So again, you have to be careful in what you're buying. So yeah, anyway, that's what I got today. And I had my foot too close to that sensor down there. Yeah, when I bought this piece, I thought it was going to be a larger piece, and it was very small. So I was a little disappointed by that, but it's still a nice piece. And it's a nice piece to wear when I want something really light, you know. I don't want something heavy. Now, I do have, back to the lavender, I do have a lavender pendant to wear with this, but it's very heavy. It's a very heavy piece. I had bought it again a while ago, so I know it's not a dyed lavender. So I'll get that out later, but trying to get anything out of where it's packed here, it's packed in there so tight that I don't worry about somebody coming in and wanting to steal it. You can't, you got to know how to get that thing out of there. And again, still, I have quite a bit of jade. Like I said, I bought the jades that are like these. These I bought for which is the same quality as this is. I bought them like 10 years ago for $20 each, and now they're $300-400 each for the same thing I paid $20 for. Like I said, jade is skyrocketing now. And I bought those, and they were like kick-around stuff, you know. Now they're going up in value. So yeah, it's crazy. I hate to think what the value of my really big, nice green one is now, because they are going up and up and up. So that's always good. When you have something and then you see them going up in value, oh, let me turn on the light. I look like I've got dark circles under my eyes. I look like a panda bear or something. You get that shadow on there, and then I look like I got a great big, like a, no, I don't usually have dark circles under my eyes. A lot of people get those that have a lot of allergies or something. But I'm fortunate I don't have allergies. Anyway, I'm almost out of my medication. I got enough for today and maybe tomorrow, and then I'm out. Now, I had talked with the neurologist, and they said they're sending the medications out to me. Well, no medication, I'm almost out. They said, oh, you received it on Saturday. I said, I didn't receive anything on Saturday. The crazy VA sent it to Florida. I go, really? Are you kidding me? You think I come to the VA here in El Paso and I'm going to pick them up in Florida? So thank God Ronald was out there. He's watching my house, taking care of things while I'm out here, for it to sell, making sure the yard gets mowed and all that stuff is done and the pool is taken care of, yada, yada, yada. All the things you have to do when you're selling your house. And then he's got to ship it to me now. So it's going to cost like $25 to ship it so I get it in time for my medications. So, this is the VA. It's just dealing with them is not easy. Anyway, if I really find out that they haven't come and I'm out of these, I can have my other doctor here just call in a prescription for a couple days, and that's fine. I can always do that. I have another doctor too that will call them in for me that I have no problem. I will get. I said, no. I cannot be without my medication. I'm finally just starting to feel like my old self. Although, like I said, I still have these things that are horrible, that are down my back over here, following where I had the shingles. There it is. Guess what? Medication time. It just seems like I'm taking medication every time I turn around. It's time to take another pill. But I'd rather have the pill than to have those horrid attacks. Oh my God. Thank God I haven't had one since I got my medication adjusted. That's what I needed, that 4th pill per day instead of the 3. The 3 wasn't enough. The half-life would go down too far, and I'd have breakthrough things early morning. So when I adjusted that to 4, got to answer somebody. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, anyway, all things are good. Oh, look at this, how nice this was sent. This was the box, and it's got a nice, really, really nicely done with a little pouch in here for my, and then it's got, it was here so it wouldn't fall out. It's got a little thing to hold it. So you can either put it in the pouch or you can keep it in the box. So very nicely presented. And then they have a card Now, when they did the thing, I know it's this bangle, but it looks white on here when they did it. So then, you know, they send you a little card. God, where's my ex when you need him? I don't read Chinese, but yeah. My daughter's father is Chinese. I think I mentioned that yes. Very tall. And it was really funny. This last serial I watched, they had a guy in there that really looked a lot like my ex-husband. And he was the really bad guy. But it really reminded him of his facial structure and how tall he was and everything. Just looked quite a bit like him. So that was funny watching that one. But yeah, he turned out to be the really bad guy. Trying to overthrow the government and stuff, overthrow his brother from the throne. Anyway, so that was fun. And I think that since my serial just ended, I'm going to reread Imperial Woman by Pearl S. Buck. I know I read it years and years and years ago, and I've always really liked Pearl S. Buck, her things. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read this again. And then when I'm done with that, maybe I'll either watch another serial or I'll go to my Amy Tan book, which I do love Amy Tan as a writer as well. So that will be fun. I sit there and have my tea and going to read my book. Now, those of you that wanted one, and this one is really special. I can't believe even inside the cup, the lid, inside the lid, they have another little flower and everything. And everybody was asking, where did you get it? Where did you get it? Unfortunately, I got it on eBay. And there was only one. But I did put a link in the other video to Amazon where you can get some. They're not the fine china like this is. I don't know what exactly. But also, if you want one, just put in there in eBay. If you want to scout eBay, ask for the teacup with the infuser. Okay. Now, what I like about this is without the handle. I don't care to have the handle on it. So this is like the old style, minus the handle. So you can always look on eBay. That's how you have to find these really nice little chinas that are not new. Because I like more the vintage things. So scout eBay or Etsy. You can also look on Etsy. Somebody on Etsy may have something like that as well. But yeah, no, this is not a mass market piece. On the bottom of it, it does have the Chinese. So this was done in China. Do I have it upside down? No, it is this way. Yeah, no, the writing goes. I can actually tell which way the writing goes, although I'm not fluent in reading it. Trying to learn Chinese characters or the Japanese characters is really difficult. They have so many characters for those things. So yeah, it's really difficult to read those. But they're interesting when you see the breakdown, how they put the words together. Very interesting. But yeah, no, I can't read those. And my Mandarin is atrocious. I only know a little bit, a few words of Mandarin, and that's it. But it's always fun to watch the serials, and then you see them talk, and you know some of the words, so you know it's not an exact translation. So one of these days I was thinking, oh, maybe I need to learn some Mandarin. That might be fun. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here so I could get back and answer the person that was just emailing me. I want to write them back and explain what the heck is going on. Oh, I know the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the virus, the COVID. I'm wondering, because they say some people had it and they recovered and then they got the reinfection came back. I'm wondering, and maybe I'll do a reading on this, if this is going to be like the chicken pox, like that virus stays in your system and then it can come back. So I'm wondering if this COVID is going to be like chicken pox. It's a virus. It's the same thing. It's a virus. And I wonder if it's going to stay in your body and then again reignite. Because we have had people, they say now, that had it. They thought they were cleared and then they had a reemergence of it. So were they near somebody and they caught it again? Or was it the virus like the chicken pox and it just came back out? Inquiring minds want to know. I know that's something I want to know. So we'll see. Anyway, my little tail. My hair is taking so long. It takes so long to grow. It's just, I want it to come back and grow, and we'll see. Anyway, step by step. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you enjoyed Chit Chat. Chit Chat, girls talk, chit chat. As long as we're here, I might as well do a little chit chat video so people don't go stir crazy. I'm sure you have more room than I am dealing with here, but that's another story. Anyway, have a great day. See you online. Thanks for tuning in. Love and light to everyone. Namaste and aho.